Good morning, Michael. This is Albert. I thought that I would make you a very short video about Facebook, maybe a couple of other things that might make it easier for you to learn some of the things that I plan to teach you online together. Um, so, shall we? Okay. So I'm using Zoom right now to do this, and I don't expect you to be able to do this, but I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you Facebook. So Facebook looks like this. And I had this thought to share with you that, Facebook has been around, I think, for about 13 years. And in that time, they've actually made a couple of things better. So you're kind of coming to it in a way at a time when it's improved compared to how it used to be. There are certain things that I used to teach people all the time that no longer are needed because they've sort of fixed those aspects. So that's a good thing. So here's your main home screen when you log into Facebook and you're looking at things. You've got your news feed in the center here. You've got a couple of different areas that you can kind of go off to from here. Up here, there's a couple of icons, but mostly you can ignore just about all of this. The main things to keep track of are, I've got a friend request. Now, in this case, I can kind of tell this person is just a spammer, so I'm just going to delete that. Another thing that's kind of nice is people's birthdays come up here, and yours will when it's your birthday, and other people will wish you a happy birthday. So Jeff Kogan is a friend of mine, and I'm just going to wish him a happy birthday. And I just gave him a little reference to some music that we both share. And that stays up there. I guess I could wish him happy birthday again later. But that's just kind of a nice thing to wish your friends happy birthday. People love celebrating their birthdays, and you probably do too. So the next thing that many people do when they're on Facebook is they'll just start scrolling down and seeing what's going on in the world. And you could certainly do that. You can also do things like actually search for a friend. So for instance, my brother Dan is, well, he's my brother, but he's also my friend. So I can go and I can see what my brother's been up to, and I can look and see that he's, concerned about what's going on in Washington, D.C. And, I could also see some recent pictures that he's posted. This is my brother with my father and mother over at our summer place in Sumneytown, Pennsylvania. And, I could just kind of catch up with him in terms of photos. Another area that I probably would look around in is I would click over here on the right at this bell under the notifications area. And then I would scroll down. I usually start from the most recent one, and then I move my way up until I see stuff that I have to respond to. So here's a reply. And oftentimes replies, if they're replying to something that you wrote, are something that you might want to see. In this case, someone is replying to something on his own photo, so not so interesting to me. And then here's somebody who is responding to something that someone is mentioning me. So when they mention me, that means something is, someone has tagged me and has said my name. And so this person is saying, laughter is the best medicine. I posted a post where I admitted to putting coffee beans into the grinder, grinding them, and then I poured them into a mason jar and then poured some more beans into the ground coffee. And I'm on a group where, yeah, as you can see, it's called I Don't Have My Ish Together Either. And people sort of admit the problems that they have in life. And so people were just responding to that. Now, the nice thing from here is I can go back to notifications and just go to the next one that I want to deal with. So I looked at that one, and now here's another one where someone's replying to something that I said. So this person had a cabin that just burned down recently, and he mentioned that the forest around it was very old, and then he's talking about uh, what's going on up there. There were fires up there, and so but his response, it looks like, is not anything having to do with something I said exactly. So I'm just going to let that be. So that's it. Right now, I'm all caught up on my notifications. And then the next thing is, I might want to say something. And, it seems to me like you're kind of a private person, so you may not want to be posting what's going on in your life, but maybe you do. Um, Here's another thing that Facebook is good at. They share the memories of things that I've posted in the past. So my brother did about a year worth of baking. And so I'm just gonna like laughingly say, oh, I miss the Baker Man days and cookies. So that's just a little note to my brother. Actually, it's a note to the world. The way that shows up is if I look at my own profile, that's the way you do that, is you click on your name. And then from there, it'll pull up this view, which is showing my cover photo. It's showing my profile picture. It shows a little bit about me. And then it also shows what my most recent post is. So you can see I just posted this. And now people who follow me or who like me may see it on their profile. And then just to get back to the main news feed, I'm going to go back here. And let's say I wanted to share something. Here's an article that I haven't read yet, but I have a feeling I want to share with people. It has to do with golf and how much water is used and anyway, just about golf. So I'm going to say a little something about it. I've been thinking years that golf courses should be transformed into botanical gardens or community gardens. Here's more proof. That's good idea. And then you can post the article. Some people will then remove the URL that you've posted. And maybe this is going beyond you, I don't know. But anyway, so there is the article, and then I can post it. I could add pictures here. There's a bunch of different things I can do along here, but none of those are necessarily things that you need to do, but you could. So anyway, that's something where I'm now posting something, and now people who are my friends can see this. So I think I'll stop there and we'll just make it short and see how that goes. Let me know what you think, and if you could follow along, or if I went too fast or too slow. And I hope that this is a way that you could get started with Facebook. I think that it can be a way to, just be participating in the world, especially right now where we're not able to congregate easily or meet up with friends. It's a way to keep in touch with each other. And maybe I'll show you some other features on a following video if you like this one. Okay, so I'm going to stop the sharing and hope you're doing good, Michael. It was nice to meet you. And let me know what you think of this video. And if you'd like another one, I have an idea is to show you also another program called Nextdoor, which is hyper local. It's kind of like Facebook, but it's really located around you. And it's very interesting in terms of maybe finding people to mentor. It's a great way for people to give and take like items, but also it's a good way to know what's going on around you in your community. All right. Take care, Michael. Hope you're doing well.